Welcome to the channel. This is Rick with the Alza 21, and today we are playing R.I.P. Now, this game is described as being in early access. It is a roguelike, bullet hell, and a looter shooter. So, without further ado, let's get into a first run. Let's go ahead and go into the swamp, and we shall deploy. Now, I haven't played this game before, so this will be a first look for me. We do have the option for we can manually aim, or we can turn on auto aim, which auto aim I do appreciate because, well, I don't have to do much more thinking than that. Got a couple of dogs after us. Now, it looks like every time we level up, we're going to get these drop pods, so let's go ahead and grab this. So the first thing we have, we can pick a Divine Tech, Corrosive. Now we can either have Corrosive Rounds, Toxic Chain, or Status Armor. So the Corrosive Rounds is going to give us a 15% damage buff. The Toxic Chain, dashing links enemies, dealing damage while healing you. So healing's always good. So plus there's going to be a bit of damage, or we can do an armor buff. So I think what we're going to do is go with the Toxic Chain, since it is epic. And it looks like we can dash. And that kind of links these characters together, it looks like. Doing a little bit of damage. Let's go ahead and grab another. This is a Mecha Tech. So we can have armor piercing rounds, which gives us a damage buff. We have Mechatech Mastery, which is a passive, which increases the chance. And let's see, increases the spawn chance and damage of Mechatech. So we can either get more Mechatech or recovery boost. Increases all healing received by 25%. Let's go ahead and go with the armor piercing rounds. More damage is always good. Alright, let's get out of the way of that guy. Looks like one more to level up, which is in Frost. So we have Frost Glide. We move faster, leaving a trail of frost behind us. It increases our movement speed by 5%. We have Status Vulnerability, which enemies affected by status ailments take increased damage. And we have a passive, which is the Tactical Still, area bonus 15%. We don't have much area damage, so I am going to go with the passive, I think, because we do have that corrosive on us. So let's go ahead and go with this. Dash by these enemies. And it looks like the level ups come pretty easy. Status Vulnerability, Frost Shield, and Tactical Expansion. So this is going to be another Frost. So we can have a shield ratio, 2% with the Frost Shield. We have a passive, the Vulnerability from Common to Rare. So that's going to boost us from 15% to 18%, and a Tactical Expansion. Let's do Status Vulnerability. And it looks like we have an item here, so we can pick this up if we can ever get to it. Let's dash in and go for it. Alright, what I'm trying to do is get over to that little thing up there. So let's see, we have an auxiliary weapon, which is a venom drone, drum magazine, which increases our capacity for our weapon, and our Toxic Chain, which our damage goes up and our regen goes up. Let's go ahead and go with the Toxic Chain. Now I'm going to get out of here and go look at this perfect cube. Alright, so that's going to give us a movement speed buff by 3%. So let's dash on through. And we'll continue to pick off these guys. Alright, let's see. Frost Mastery, level 1. Icy Array or Frost Shield. Alright, increases a spawn chance and damage of Frost Tech. Okay. We have the shield again and the icy array, which ice shards generate time 15 seconds. They do 110 damage. The range is 1300. And the shards are 4. So let's go ahead and re-roll this. Alright. So we still have ice, but we have a legendary move. Polar Cyclone. Unleashes a tornado that lifts enemies along its path. And we could utilize that with the LT button. We have a psionic move, the Frost Wave, and a passive. Let's go ahead and go with the Polar Cyclone. See what that looks like. So we can trigger that with... Okay. Ah! Alright, we took some damage in there. It's okay. Let's try and shoot through here. Get some of that health regen. Alright, we're still moving through. Alright, we're back up to health. Alright, Mecha Tech. Armor piercing rounds to 2. We have reduced damage taken. Or the healing bonus by 25%. Let's go ahead and up our weapon damage. Alright, so we can do a perfect dodge, it looks like, if we get out of the way just in time. And... Alright, got a little stun there. Alright, we took out the big guy. Let's dodge through here. And let's go for this level up over here. Alright, more Mecha Tech. We got the armor piercing rounds to 3, so that's going to give us 62%. Combat android, let's see. It's a mythic. Summon an android ally to aid in combat. If the ally is destroyed, it will be summoned again after a short time. It is a mythic, so let's go ahead and go with that. Alright, there he is. He's up there just kind of hanging out. Alright, back to our corrosive. I do like the corrosive right now because it is giving us that health regen. So let's go ahead and move that up to epic. Let's do the epic move. Alright, let's get these guys that are lobbing little red things at us. Another level up. And we are back in the frost. So we can do the damage bonus, or we can do the polar cyclone, which reduces the cooldown, does more damage, area is bigger. Let's go ahead and go with that. It is the legendary move. All right, throw that in there. It's a pretty big move. All right, about 3 minutes into the run, it looks like. And we do have grenades, so we can throw grenades. And it looks like I threw one. Alright, that's on a short cooldown. Alright, let's go ahead and increase our drum magazine. That way we get more bullets downrange without having to level up. Alright. Toxic chain. We'll keep that survivability up. We'll throw a cyclone out. It goes pretty quick. Looks like we got a health pickup. Alright, I got a bit stun lock there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and go into... So we're going to get more chances at the Mecha Tech. Let's see, increased chance, 162%, and damage bonus. Or we can just go with more some... I haven't seen a lot of the stuff in here, so I don't want to limit myself to really anything at the moment. Alright, let's get on out of here. Throw a little cyclone out of there. Give us a little room to breathe. And I think I'll go with the legendary cyclone again. I am liking this move. Kind of stay in it, and it does work. So, all right, let's see. Throw a poisonous gas grenade, applying poison to enemies. So that's not too bad, I don't think. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go with the. All right, we got a pulse grenade. We'll play with our status effect a bit, so that's good. Throw a cyclone out. We'll get in it. Collect up this experience. Alright, freeze extension, dash boost, or ice blaze. Let's see, status ailment duration bonus, 68%. So that should be good with our poison, I believe. We've seen these. So let's go ahead and go with this. Alright. Lob a little grenade out there. Okay, I see. So we can control the grenade manually. Alright, let's get these guys off us. And I think I want to go into, let's do a little more cyclone. Alright, so it looks like our dash charges are the yellow bar that we have. So a grenade in there. There we go, it's not too bad. Take a little bit of damage. Let's roll out. A couple perfect dodges, that's good. Alright, we got our big cyclone out there. Alright, I think I'm going to go with some more damage here. And we'll pick up this weapon. Looks like a rare, possibly. Alright. Biochemical canister or status armor. Let's see. Gain armor for each nearby enemy affected. Well, that shouldn't be too bad since we have quite a bit of poison going on. So let's shoot for this one. And we could throw a grenade. Kind of affecting these guys, so. Alright, looks like we have an event down here. Alright, premium service. Biometric authentication successful. According to your side's reincarnation insurance policy, please select from the following premium service. Thank you for your continued support. Alright, let's see. Plus 10 to damage and duration. Okay, so these are going to be auxiliary, technical, psionic, and chase. So, I think I'm going to go with the assisted driving. Looks like something's happening on the screen here. Ew. I take it this is the boss. Alright, the Venomous Widow. Throw a little hurricane at him. Continue to move. We'll try and get some poison on him. Dodge out. Keep lobbing my grenades, but I'm throwing them in the wrong areas, so. Dodge out, dodge out. Alright. Looks like we're hitting him, but... Alright, we gotta work on that grenade move. Alright, we got the big guy. Go ahead and pick up these. A little bit of armor. Oh, and we missed the thing. It's okay. Alright. Throw that out there. Now, I'm not sure what these events are. Or what they do. Alright, sword and stone. Pull the sword out and become the chosen king. I prefer to play it safe. So, attempting to draw the sword in the stone. We have a 40% chance of success. On success, we get a +5 to crit damage and chance. Or to chance and 30 to damage. We lose 50. Okay, I think... Let's try it. Oh, looks like we got it. Alright, cool. Alright, let's keep moving. Now, I'm not sure if we could see a map or anything. Alright, let's throw that out there. Love a little grenade. Alright, losing health quick. Alright, we leveled up. Let's go with some more damage again. And let's get our... Receive 25%. Let's go ahead and go with the healing at this point. Since we are getting healing from our dodge rolls. Throw a tornado out. That does quite a bit of damage, so that's nice. Throw a grenade. Just circle around everybody. Alright, let's throw another. Stay in it, that way we can get our bonus here, our level up. Alright, let's go with our armor, capacity, or let's do a little bit more damage with the grenades. And we'll go ahead and go with the armor bonus as well. Let's throw a grenade. Let's dodge on out of here, get a little more health. Alright. Let's see. Shadow Blade, Synergy Amplification. So we're going to get a weapon bonus. Alright, when hitting enemies, both your weapon damage and auxiliary weapon damage are increased. Or we can just do our flat bonus. Go ahead and go with the flat bonus. I think that'll be okay. And then we'll pick that up. Dodge out. Throw a tornado out. Okay, so we do have a legendary. this can stack up to 5 times. Let's go ahead and go with the legendary. I like colored different items there, so throw a grenade and do a tornado. The cyclone's pretty good. I do like that. Looks like we have a magnet over here, pulling everything. Oh, we have quite a few. Okay, luck boost. Alright, dealing poison damage has a chance to gain a shield. We are doing tons of poison damage. Or we can increase the chance of rolling. I don't understand what that means, but I do like, since we are doing the poison damage. Shields are always nice. Stun locked. Alright, let's go with the XP. Throw the tornado out there. A lava grenade. Alright, got a good dodge roll going on. Let's see. We'll go ahead and go with some more toxic chain. Throw our cyclone. Alright, let's see. We can increase the duration of the status effect. Our bonus damage goes up. Or, you know, I'm just going to keep going into this polar cyclone. It seems to be putting in the work, so. Alright, let's see. Throw a little grenade out there. Got a bit of a shield. Alright, and let's go ahead and lob that out there. And I think I'm going to keep going with the toxic chain for now. That is keeping our health up, so that's good. Alright, we'll just kind of stay on the outside of this guy. Throw a grenade out. Keep our shield up. And let's throw the cyclone. Alright, let's see. Recovery protocol. We have a chance to restore health. 25% chance. Energy amplification or Mechatech mastery. Let's go with more damage here. We get to get 2 for some reason. And I guess we'll go with the healing protocol. Alright, we'll keep rolling out of here. Throw a grenade. Gives that shield. Alright, let's get in here. Grab his health. Alright, let's see. Gunsmith. Increases the chance of rolling gunsmith tech, so that gives us more of a chance to get this skill tree. Overall damage, we can do a damage buff. We can do a damage buff. Or dash with, yeah, I think I'm going to go with the damage buff. Let's just keep going with that. Alright, let's get a grenade out here. Get that shield up. And throw this little guy out there. Alright, let's see. Phase Ice Wall. Creates a barrier that blocks enemy bullets. Player bullets passing through the barrier will gain increased damage. Give that a try. Oh, I picked the wrong one. Alright, looks like we have a boss coming up. Big tree. So it seems like once we beat the bosses, we need to hurry up and gather the materials. Dodge out of there. For our cyclone. We put quite a few points in there, so that's good. Alright, let's get a grenade on him. And our cyclone's about up again. Alright, not sure what he's doing. Got a grenade off. Get out of there. And we can cyclone him. Okay. Let's see what he's doing. Dodge out. Alright, we got lucky on that one, I think. Alright, he's summoning a few minions. Throw a grenade out. We'll dodge in. It's not too bad so far. Looks like our little buddy's out of the count there. Alright, risk cleared. Let's see. Alright, looks like we got all the goodies there. And I think that might have been the boss. Alright, victory. Alright, so we got about 3,000 enemies eliminated. Alright, we leveled up quite a bit. Alright, looks like these are the items that we got down here. So let's return to base. And we can kind of check around and see what all of this has to offer. Alright, a few people to talk to. Alright, so this is going to be our character selection, it looks like. Okay, so that's our character. We have quite a few that we can get. Alright, so they're going to unlock our tech tree here. Our talents. So we have weapons, throw, chase, dash, and tech. So, let's see, how many points do we have to use? It's the question. I'm not too sure. Okay, so we have one left. So let's go ahead and put it in our... Let's do our pickup range. I think that'll be good. We have a chest here. Let's see our warehouse. Alright, so this is where all of our armors and things are. So let's compare. We have a higher crit chance with the other one, but our experience pickup is better. Plus we got more armor. Let's go with the armor. Alright, let's see. Do we have any... Our grenades. Let's check our grenades out. We have... Let's see. It looks like the grenades are pretty much even, but let's go ahead and go with this guy. We do have that legendary band already on, so that's nice. And we can't equip this yet. Why can't we equip this yet? I'm not too sure. We can't do the helmet. Go ahead and throw that helmet on. I want to figure out why we can't do this. Is it a level thing? Let's see, it's T1. I'm not too sure. Maybe it's a level thing. And we do have some more goggles, so let's go ahead and put those on. Better goggles. And I think what we can do is sell the rest. Let's figure out how to sell. Okay, this is where we can store things. So let's go ahead and put our beefed up armor over here. And maybe we can sell them at the store. Alright, that's what it looks like we can do here. So we can sell all. Let's go ahead and do that. We don't need any of it. And I think I'm pretty happy with our layout right now. Except we don't have one of these chips. Let's see. How much does this cost? 498. And our total amount of money is 6,000. So let's go ahead and go with that. I'm not sure where the gloves go. I see gloves here. Okay, we don't have gloves either. I think what I'll do is get the gloves. Buy the gloves. And how do I buy? Okay, just put them in the inventory. I'm gonna get this guy, and last thing we're missing is boots, which I don't see any boots, so let's go ahead and equip what we have. Perfect. Okay. And what do you have to say? This is a quest. Pleasure. Alright, so this looks like this has some quests we can do, some challenges, and collection. Alright, so these are the ones that we finished, it looks like. And we get a few items out of it. Okay. One more for the character. What's this one? Alright, let's go to challenges. What did we do in challenges? I don't know why I keep going out of there. Why are you moving out? Alright, here we go. And lastly, we have a collection we can do. Okay. So it just seems like the more we play, and we can be a little more, we can kind of choose to go over those a little bit better. What I think I want to do is, let's look at our equipment again. So we did get a legendary belt. It offers up more. Oh, we got a mythic belt as well. Very nice. Let's go ahead and put the legendary grenade on. Okay. Alright, so that was, again, R.I.P. Reincarnation Insurance Program. Now, if you like what you saw here and you'd like some more, put it down in the comment, let me know. And we can go ahead and do another playthrough. I am enjoying it, and I think I will probably end up making another video on it eventually, but we'll kind of see. Alright, well listen, again, this is Rick with Yowza21. If you like what you saw, hit that like and subscribe. I appreciate it. It does help the channel. And I will see you all in the next one.